2 years ago, Jake thought he was doing everything right. He had a stable job in Dallas, worked 9 to 5, saved a portion of his paycheck every month, and like millions of Americans, he believed investing in the stock market was his way to build wealth. But there was just one problem. No matter what he did, he wasn't getting ahead. Some months, his investments went up. But most of the time, they didn't. He followed financial news, watched experts on TV, read articles online, yet his portfolio barely moved. And slowly, frustration started to build. Because Jake wasn't lazy. He wasn't careless. He was doing what everyone said you're supposed to do. So why wasn't it working? Then one night, something unexpected happened. While scrolling online, Jake came across a simple idea that sounded almost too good to be true. AI is changing the way people make money and invest. At first, he ignored it. It sounded like just another trend. Another buzzword. Something that would fade away like everything else. But that idea stuck in his mind. And a few days later, curiosity got the best of him. That curiosity would end up changing everything. Jake started small. He didn't quit his job. He didn't risk all his money. He just began exploring. He learned that artificial intelligence wasn't just about robots or tech companies. It was already being used in finance, in investing, in decision-making. And not just by big corporations, but by everyday people. At first, it didn't make sense. How could a machine help someone invest better than a human? But the more he looked into it, the clearer it became. Because here's the truth. The financial world has always been driven by data. Numbers. Trends. Patterns. Behavior. And AI? AI is built to understand data at a level no human ever could. Think about this. Every single day, the stock market generates massive amounts of information. Company earnings, interest rates, inflation reports, global events, breaking news, investor sentiment. It's overwhelming. No single person can process all of that perfectly. But AI can. In seconds. That's exactly what Jake discovered. There were tools, platforms, systems, already analyzing this data in real time. Not just collecting it. Understanding it. Learning from it. And making predictions based on it. So Jake decided to try something different. Instead of guessing, he started using AI-powered insights to guide his decisions. He didn't blindly follow it. But he used it as a second brain. A tool. Something that could help him see what he couldn't see before. And slowly, things started to change. At first, the difference was small. Better timing. Smarter entries. Fewer emotional mistakes. But over time, those small improvements started adding up. Because one of the biggest problems in investing isn't lack of information. It's emotion. Fear when prices drop. Greed when prices rise. Panic selling. Overconfidence buying. These emotions destroy more portfolios than bad strategies ever do. But AI doesn't feel fear. It doesn't chase hype. It doesn't panic. It follows logic. And for Jake, that made all the difference. But something even bigger was happening. Something Jake didn't expect. AI wasn't just helping him invest better. It was opening his eyes to a completely new way of making money. One evening, while researching AI tools, Jake came across creators who were using AI to build online income streams. At first, he was skeptical. But then he looked deeper. People were using AI to write content, create videos, analyze trends, automate tasks, run entire online businesses without large teams. And suddenly, a realization hit him. For the first time in history, you didn't need massive resources to create income. You needed leverage. And AI was that leverage. Jake decided to experiment. He started small again. He used AI tools to research topics, generate ideas, and streamline his workflow. What used to take hours, now took minutes. And slowly, he started building something on the side. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't instant success. But it was different. Because now, his income wasn't only tied to his time. And that's where everything began to shift. Now let's pause Jake's story for a second. Because what he experienced isn't unique. It's happening across the United States right now. AI is changing money in three major ways. First, it's transforming investing. Second, it's changing how income is created. And third, it's redefining financial power. Let's go deeper into investing. Because this is where AI is already dominating. Large financial institutions have been using AI for years. They use it to predict market trends, manage risk, and execute trades faster than any human ever could. Some AI systems can process thousands of trades in a single second. Think about that. While a regular person is still deciding whether to buy or sell, AI has already made thousands of decisions. But here's the shift. This technology is no longer limited to big players. It's becoming accessible. And that changes everything. Because now, everyday investors have tools that were once only available to billion-dollar firms. That doesn't guarantee success. But it levels the playing field. Now let's talk about income. Because this is where AI becomes even more powerful. For decades, the traditional model was simple. Work more hours, earn more money. But AI breaks that model. Because now, output is no longer directly tied to time. With the right systems, one person can produce what used to require a team. And this is creating a new kind of opportunity. Not just jobs, but scalable income. Jake started to understand this. And as he continued learning, he realized something important. AI is not replacing people. It's replacing outdated ways of working. And the people who adapt benefit the most. But let's be clear. This isn't all positive. There are real risks. Some people rely too much on AI. They follow recommendations without understanding them. That's dangerous. Because AI is only as good as the data it learns from. And sometimes, that data can be incomplete, or even misleading. There's also the risk of manipulation. As AI becomes more powerful, it can influence markets in ways we don't fully understand yet. Automated trading. Algorithm-driven volatility. Sudden market movements. These are real challenges. And then there's job disruption. Some roles will disappear, but new ones will be created. The difference? Skills, adaptability, awareness. Now let's go back to Jake. Because by this point, things had changed. Not overnight, but steadily. Jake was no longer guessing in the market. He was making informed decisions. He was no longer depending only on his job. He was building additional income streams. And most importantly, he was thinking differently. Because that's the real shift. AI doesn't just change tools. It changes mindset. Jake stopped thinking like someone trying to make quick money, and started thinking like someone building long-term wealth. He focused on systems, on consistency, on learning. And over time, the results followed. Now here's the truth. Jake's story isn't about luck. It's about awareness. The same tools are available to millions of people, but most will ignore them. Some will misunderstand them, and a few will use them to transform their financial future. So the real question is not whether AI is changing money, because it already is. The real question is, where do you stand in this shift? Are you going to ignore it, wait too long, and realize it when it's already too late? Or are you going to understand it, adapt to it, and use it as a tool to move ahead? Because every major shift in history created two types of people: those who resisted change, and those who used it. And in the end, wealth always flows to those who understand what's changing, before everyone else does. If you want to stay ahead in this new era of money, make sure to subscribe to Mine of Wealth. Because here, we break down complex financial ideas into simple strategies you can actually use. The future of money is already here. And the earlier you understand it, the bigger your advantage will be.